I've had my very first 1-star review. So this is how much I've done so far. This guy, look at his little honk honk. Guys, I have so much to catch you up on. In today's video, I'm gonna whiz through a few little business updates and let's just catch up. So it's been 2 weeks since I've done a little vlog. Life has been so hectic. When I say I'm literally traveling all over the place for work, yeah, I just don't know where January's gone, genuinely. Like, how are we in February already? So last week, like I said, I was actually away. I was away in Kent, which is like southeast of the UK. I was actually genuinely thinking about doing a video in the hotel room and kind of doing like a vlog style in the hotel room, but it didn't actually come about. I left my GoPro at home. The journey there was literally like 2.5 hours. So by the time I got there, I was hangry, tired, and I was just not in the mood to record anything. And I didn't really know how I could have made it like entertaining and things like that for you guys to actually want to watch. But I am going to, moving forward, try my best to show that sort of thing, because I feel like it's hard to get an actual impression of what I'm up to when I'm just in the same vicinity each video, if that makes sense. So it doesn't actually show you how busy I have actually been this month. Anyway, we're here now, first week of February, and there is lots to catch you up on. First of all, what we like to do is a little business update. So we're now actually at 800 Etsy sales, which is crazy. Yeah, it's just so nice to see it creeping up slowly by surely, but you'll never guess what, guys. I've had my very first 1-star review. Yeah, it's happened. It was gonna happen at some point. I didn't think it was gonna be that quick though. Let's talk about this, because I was shook. And if you guys are on my little crochet broadcast chat on Instagram, you guys will already have seen this, and do feel free to join that little broadcast chat, because they're the first people to get updated in things and have a say in pattern names or suggestions and things like that. So if you want to be part of that and help me behind the scenes, then be sure to check that broadcast channel out on Instagram. So yeah, the review is, I ordered a teddy bear pattern and I received instructions, no pattern and no help from the seller. And then the review picture is a literal picture of the pattern. Obviously at first I was literally so confused, because it literally says I ordered a pattern but I didn't get it with a picture of said pattern. I obviously messaged just to see, okay, what's actually gone on here, what kind of was she actually expecting. I also was a bit upset in the sense of, why not actually just message me or message the seller to find out, okay, this wasn't what I expected, let's see why. Let's message the seller first before literally just putting a 1-star review, because that now reduces my average review rate. And I just don't think that's worth it. I don't really understand why people do that, but each to their own. Anyway, so I then asked, is there any feedback? What were you kind of expecting? Really sorry to hear that you didn't get what you were looking for, you know, all that customer service, la-di-da. The reply I got was, due to the fact the large Bobo bear pattern shows a fur bear, I was shocked to have downloaded a photo with the fur bear with nothing but crochet instructions. That is mad that you have downloaded a crochet pattern, which does state 5 times on the Etsy listing that it is a crochet pattern. And then we're shocked that we got a crochet pattern. So anyway, all I can literally deduce from this is, because it doesn't look crocheted, and I do get comments a lot of the time of it genuinely doesn't look crochet, all I can literally think is she thought it was like a sewing pattern. But yeah, it still doesn't excuse the fact that it literally does say crochet pattern all over it. And yeah, I still don't think it was literally worth a 1-star review. Literally message me and say, whoops, I thought this was gonna be a sewing pattern. But anyway, so that was an experience. My first ever 1-star review, guys. To be fair, I'll take it. At least it's not saying the pattern's crap or they didn't like this, they didn't like this. That is genuinely just a really unfortunate 1-star review, and it's like a mishap of purchasing something without them realizing. So yeah, I can kind of take that with a pinch of salt and think, right, that's not really my doing. So moving on. So the next thing to update you guys is my crochet kit. So in my previous vlog, I told you guys about the crochet kits I'm launching, and that I was reaching out to a couple of UK crocheters to test them for me. Now, there is going to have to be a delay in launching my kits because the process is taking a lot longer than I thought. Firstly, I had sent a couple of kits out, but I'd somehow sent them with the wrong postage. There's been a whole kerfuffle with the post office and them not delivering it, and the people I sent it to having to pay an extra £1.50 for it to be delivered. And it's just a very long process. It's a good one because it's a learning one now, so I know when I launch what postage I need to put on it. So I'm actually quite glad because it's shown that this whole testing process has actually been beneficial and worthwhile, because that would have been a nightmare if I'd launched these and a customer had asked and then I'm getting all these posts, like it just would have been a nightmare and looked so unprofessional. So that's still going on in the background. One of the kits has finally arrived, so I'm just waiting on her reviews. She's gonna check it out, hopefully send me some feedback, and the other couples haven't actually arrived yet. So the plan was to actually launch them 7th of Feb, but I'm gonna push that back to give the testers a bit more time with the kits and to give me a bit more time actually promoting it on social media to get it out there so people actually know it's happening. So yeah, that's a plan of action for the kits. Next is, so again, if you follow my Instagram, I did put up a little reel of basically what I've chatted to you guys about on here. Is I do really struggle to keep up with doing content, YouTube, social media, Instagram, and just keeping up with social media on top of an actual full-time job. So I know I've spoken to you guys about it, but I haven't actually properly put it on my Instagram. And I was getting to a point where I was literally going weeks without posting anything. Yeah, I was starting to literally lose followers, not get a lot of engagement on the posts that I did post. So I thought I would literally just be honest, because I feel like you don't actually see a lot of content that's actually honest about creating content, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but I felt good in posting it to just be honest with people, and I got really nice engagement back of people kind of saying, yeah, they also felt like that. So yeah, I feel good in the sense of I've made other people that feel the same way feel less alone, and it's definitely made me feel like more mellowed out with it all. I've definitely felt like a switch in my mentality, I guess. Not to be like, oh, I don't need to do it at all, but I just don't need to stress about it as much. Like I've just said, the kits probably aren't gonna launch for another few weeks. Okay, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? So I basically just created a couple of reels and content, and I've sporadically scheduled post them. So they're just gonna be coming out in the background. And I'm hoping to just kind of keep doing that, just literally doing 2 or 3 reels a week. I feel a little bit better about that now, keeping on top of it, but not stressing so much about it having to be a specific thing. I just want to keep it fun. I want to literally just make crochet that I want to make. I want to share it with you guys. You enjoy it rather than it having to be so salesy and buy this pattern or buy this. Like, I want to just make patterns because I like making the patterns. And if you guys like making them as well, bonus. And on that point, I can't remember if I showed you in the last video. I don't think I did because I don't think I had enough time. But I have actually been making some patterns behind the scenes, and again, if you're part of my broadcast channel, you would have seen these already. But basically, I really wanted to create the Jellycat version of the bunny. So obviously I've done my Jellycat dragon, the fluffy dragon pattern, and it was really, really popular. But I've always wanted to recreate the bunny, and I finally obviously got the mentality and the time and the motivation to do it. So the first draft, I was actually quite keen on it. I really like the yarn. I used Peter Pan fluffy yarn or something like that. But the issue was when I did the floppy ears, it literally looked like a dog. So I put it to my broadcast chat and I basically said, why is this looking so much like a dog? And they basically distinguished that it was the black nose and the kind of snout looked quite dog-like. With the ears, it just instantly looked like a dog. So I asked for some feedback, what I could change, and yeah, so it was basically it was mainly the face. So I redid it, went back to the drawing board, and I have ended up with this guy. Look at his little honk honk. So yeah, he is super cute. Fluffy yarn as usual, like you guys know I like. And as you can see, his nose is like pink nose. So yeah, super, super cute, really like him. Kind of want to try him out in different colours, different yarns, see what sizes he comes out with. But he is a lot bigger than I was kind of anticipating him to be. So I might actually try and make a mini version, but he is so soft, I can't even cope. Look at that face. Hello. As for the initial pattern, I didn't actually get rid of that because I thought it would be really good to then turn into a dog pattern. So I've already done the work, I just need to literally change the ears. And so here is the little dog pattern. So that's his base, obviously still with the body, but that can be added on later. I thought his ears were super cute because they can be flopping, they can be up. Yeah, so I thought that was quite cute. And can you see the difference? Black and pink nose is apparently. Does definitely look quite dog-like, doesn't it? So yeah, so that one's coming out once I've sorted his head out, I guess. But the main one at the moment is my bunny. I put out a poll for her name. It was quite a few different options that I quite liked. It was like Bonnie, Bonbon, Blossom, and I haven't actually checked to see which one was most popular, but the last I checked it was Bonnie, I think. So she may be called Bonnie, we shall see. The initial plan, like I've just said, the plans never go to plan, was to get her out before Valentine's Day, give her a little heart and get her out for Valentine's Day. I don't think that is gonna happen since Valentine's Day is literally next week. But I'm still gonna try and give her a little heart, maybe a little carrot accessory that people can add onto. And then her pattern can just be released when I'm ready. And then it can be used for next Valentine's Day. So yeah, so I'm just gonna, I've basically written up the pattern. I tend to do that as I go, which is a really big help. Otherwise I wouldn't even remember what I did. So I just need to add her pictures in and decide on a good time to get it out to testers. And then we can get her released. She's so cute. Lots of patterns going on, which were kind of impromptu. I don't know really why I decided to randomly do that, but you know what I'm like, I like to procrastinate and then suddenly I come out with brand new projects. So yeah, they're going on in the background. Hopefully I'll get them released. The next thing to show you, I've got so many things to show you. Firstly is, I went out to get some yarn for a project I'm about to show you. But as I did, I found this really lovely green, like Women Institute's yarn. I mean, I think that's just a UK brand. Must be a UK brand. It's lovely green. I love wearing green. I swear I'm always wearing green. Well, apart from today. And I did say in my very first vlog this year that I was gonna try different crochet styles. So, drum roll please, I'm using this lovely green yarn to make myself a sweater. So this is how much I've done so far. Not a lot, basically. What I'm doing though is this is literally just going to be my chill project. So in the evenings, like watching TV, in bed, this is what I'm doing. I'm literally, because it's literally just half double crochets, backwards and forwards. So you really don't have to engage your brain and you just have to count it every so often. But yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that there's no hurry to get it done. And it's like you don't have to literally think about writing things down or documenting it or counting and blah, blah, blah. So this is my little treat to myself each evening in bed. And basically, I can't remember which pattern I'm using, but I found it on YouTube. She's basically making it all in one. I can't describe it, but this is basically the sleeve. So as you can see, I've got quite a way to go, but that will then attach like that. Kind of like the jumper I've got on really. That will attach like that to be the sleeve. And then I'll keep going up to the sleeve and then I'll keep going like this, like this, like this, like this, and then do the next sleeve. And then it will like fold down and be a sweater. It makes sense in my head. I thought it was really good because normally like you do one side and then the back side, but yeah, this way is different and I just thought it was cool. So yeah, I'm gonna just show this as I go. Should we predict how many months this is probably gonna take me or how many weeks? Comment below how long you think this project is gonna take me. I'm gonna say like a month. Because I feel like I've been doing it for a couple of days and that's basically almost the arm, right? I think I can do that in a month. Just depends how many chill nights I have. But yeah, comment below how long you think this is gonna take me. We'll do a little prize for the person that gets the closest. Last thing to show you guys, and I will be showing this on my Instagram as well, but you guys are the very first to see as normal because as you guys know, Pete and I are getting married in May, and since we sorted our wedding plans, I'd done a few like floral things before for like Mother's Day and things like that, but I always thought it would be cool if I could make my own bouquet. So that is exactly what I'm doing. Just ignore the fact it's just in like a whiskey bottle right now. So far I've done, let's get it all out and show you. I've done 3 roses and a little rose bud. So they're my 3 roses. I just still need to finish this wire up with some little leaves. So they're the roses, quite cute. And then I've done, what are these called? Like baby breath? I'm not really sure what it's called that because that is an ugly name. Done some little baby breath just to fill in the gaps. I'm gonna make a few more once I've done more bigger flowers because I think they're just like really nice fillers and I think they look quite effective all together. So yeah, they're what I've done so far, but crikey, it's a long old process, guys. Literally one of these roses, bearing in mind it was my very first one, so I think I have got quicker, but one of the roses literally took me like 2 hours, which I was quite surprised at. I thought it was going to be quite quick at them, but I think because I'm wanting it to look so good and taking my time, I think that's why it took longer. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it actually. It's really quite nice to just shove a program on and glue gun the night away. Oh, I've also started on these, I couldn't even tell you what flowers these are. They look like mini roses, but they're not supposed to be. But I'm gonna start doing a couple more of those and like lots of foliage. Like I want lots of greens, possibly use a couple of different greens. So yeah, proper build it up. And I just think that'd be so cute that I've made my own little bouquet and I can keep them forever. So yeah, that is all the little projects I have going on at the moment, and I will keep you guys updated when I finish them or obviously any updates with them all. I think I've got my hands quite full at the moment with 4 different works in progress going on at the moment. Yeah, I haven't really stuck to my New Year's resolution of just doing one project at a time, but oh well. Let me know in the comments below what projects you guys are working on. I'd love to hear about it. And if you have any recommendations with the projects I'm currently working on, or patterns I should try out, or patterns you'd like to see me trying out, as always, drop them in the comments below and I will give them a try. But thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe and like. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next vlog. See you guys, bye.